So girls, today in this video I will start with another important gymnosperm plant, okay, that is Gnetum. Now a Gnetum plant, it belongs to the division Gnetophyta. Okay, so the genus Gnetum, it includes about 40 species, and these 40 species, they are confined to tropical rainforests, okay, and are widely distributed in South America. This Gnetum plant, you can see here in this picture, it is they are woody climbers, okay, they are woody climbers, and they usually attain a great height, sometimes more than 100 feet. And a few species, they are shrubs, okay, they are woody shrubs. Most of the species, they are woody climbers, or some of the Gnetum plants, they are middle-sized trees. And these plants, they resemble angiosperms, and they are differentiated like other gymnosperms plants into root, stem, and leaf. So in this chapter we are going to study the external morphology as well as the internal morphology of the stem, the root, the leaf, and also the reproduction of the Gnetum. So as you can see here, the Gnetum plant, it belongs to the division Gynophyta, class Gnetopsida, order Gnetales, family Gnetaceae, and genus Gnetum. So this genus, as I had already mentioned, that it includes about 40 species which are confined to the tropical rainforest, and these species, they are distributed into South America, Africa, tropical Asia, the islands between Australia and Asia, and as you can see, it is not found in America, Europe, and Australia. Okay, it is not found in these areas. And in India, this genus, just remember, this genus Gnetum, it is represented by only 5 species, and you have to remember the name of these 5 species which are found in India, and these are Gnetum nemon, Gnetum ula, Gnetum montanum, Gnetum contractum, and Gnetum latifolium. So like I said, that most of the species, they are climbers, okay, they are climbers, and few species of Gnetum, they are shrubs, or they are middle-sized trees, and they resemble angiosperms, and they are differentiated into root, stem, and leaves. So if we study the external structure, the external features of the Gnetum plant, coming to the root, the primary root is simple, like in many other plants, is a tap root, okay. So the primary root is just a tap root, which is soon replaced by the secondary adventitious roots. And while the stem, if you take a look at the stem, it is cylindrical, okay, it is cylindrical. Let me show you the root, okay, just simply the tap root, and these tap root will soon later be replaced by the secondary adventitious roots, the smaller one. And coming to the stem here, the stem is cylindrical, it is woody, and it is profusely branched, okay. And the main stem, it generally bears dimorphic branches. Just remember, like in the case of other gymnosperm plant you have studied, we have 2 types of branches, 2 kinds, that is branches of unlimited growth, or we call the long shoots, and other type of branches, they are of limited growth, or the short shoots. Okay, so most of the Gnetum species also, they have branches of limited growth and unlimited growth, the long shoot and the short shoot. But just in case in Gnetum nemon, just remember girls, in Gnetum nemon we don't have these 2 types of stem, okay. So whether in other species of Gnetum, we can find 2 types of stem. And as you can see here in this picture, that the branches, they arise in the axils of the leaves, and they are differentiated into the nodes and the internodes. You can see Here where the leaf arise, this portion is referred to as the node, and the spaces between the nodes, they are referred to as the internode. You can see here in this figure as well. And it is usually joined. Okay, you can see it is usually joined, and there is a groove at the node separating the two parts of the joint. The lower portion of the stem in climbing species, it is actually devoid of foliage leaves. So you can find that in case of climbers, okay, in Gnetum species which are climbers, usually the leaves are absent in the lower portion, but in other species which are not climbers, then the leaves are present, the foliage leaves. And you can see the leaves, they in Gnetum as well, we have two types of leaves. Okay, like other gymnospermic plants, we have two types. That means the leaves are dimorphic. Dimorphic, that means the foliage leaves and the scaly leaves. So in the climbing species, these foliage leaves, they are borne on the branches of limited growth. Okay, the short shoots. That is in the case of climbers. And each short shoot, it bears about 1 to 8 pairs of these leaves, scaly leaves. And the scale leaves, they occur on the main stem as well as on the branches. However, in one of the species of Gnetum, for example Gnetum scandens, these foliage leaves, these big green leaves, they occur on both type of branches, meaning on the long shoot as well as on the short shoot. And these foliage leaves, they are arranged in opposite decussate manner. You can see here in this figure, in opposite decussate manner, they are arranged in the long shoot, and you can see they have a short petiole. Okay, so they are shortly petiolate. That means they have a petiole. And the leaf lamina, you can see it is simple and large. Okay, it is lanceolate to ovate with the entire margin. You can see in this figure. And the leaves, they usually have the leathery texture and reticulate venation. So on the basis of these characters, these foliage leaves, they resemble the angiospermous leaves, and also they vary in sizes and shape within the same plant. So the external feature is that much only. You have to remember the root, the stem, and the leaves. Okay, where we find that the stem, they are of two types. That means dimorphic branches, the unlimited growth long shoot, and the limited growth the short shoots. And the leaves also, there are two types, remember, the scaly leaves and the foliage leaves. And the foliage leaves, you can see they are very large, and they resemble the characters of the foliage leaves in angiospermous plants, but they vary in size from one species to another species. So in my next video, I'm going to explain on the internal features of all these. Okay, the root, the stem, and the leaves.